The judges have looked at your work and they will decide on just 3 cupcakes to taste. From those, they will choose one winner.
The first cupcake that we would like to taste belongs to Poe.
Even though it's very exciting to be in the top 3, it is always so nerve-wracking because they're only judging on what it looks like, so when they actually go to taste it, it could be a totally different situation altogether.
The next cupcake that we'd like to taste is Julie.
Yes. I've had a few sort of shaky moments earlier on, and just having a few good dishes in a row is really starting to shore me up, and yeah, it's just giving me that determination that I need to see me through.
The final cupcake we'd like to taste is Chris's.
When I heard my name, I was really happy, considering I've never made a cupcake or icing in my life. But, you know, they're yet to taste it.
Chris? It's really nice. The very fine crumb, really chocolatey. You wouldn't know it's got beer in it, would you, unless you were told. Fantastic job, really good.
Tastes like Christmas.
But that there's cracker. The beer's just taken that to another level. I can't wait till you open up your place. Your food's smart and intelligent. I'm really excited. Well done. Thanks.
OK, Poe, so it looks very pretty, very delicate. Yeah, I could keep eating that. That's beautiful. Well done.
The great thing about this cupcake is you've maintained the moisture and the flavour of the hazelnut balanced against the lime flavour very nicely. So congratulations, 2 fantastic cupcakes.
OK, Julie. Oh, that's lovely. Packs a punch, doesn't it?
I really haven't got much to say. That's smashing. Well done. Top job. Beautiful.
Thank you.
How does those kind of comments make you feel compared to how your kids would react to something like that?
Oh, look, I love cooking for my kids because I get such love and gratitude from them. But to have guys of this calibre speak about my food like that is just, it's incredibly uplifting. They're not just saying those things to be polite, and they're not saying those things because I'm their mum, and they're not saying those things because they're my friends. They're saying it because I've produced good food. It makes me feel like I'm a worthy contestant, that I'm worthy to be here.
We're faced with 3 very, very good cupcakes. So well done to you all, but there's only one winner. And the winner is Julie.
I'm over the moon. I'm really over the moon. I can't wait to phone home and tell Mick and the boys that I won this one. They'll be stoked.
I'm doing a cheese parfait. It's just whipped cream, condensed milk, vanilla bean. It is so simple and quick and easy, but it's really delicious. It's my iciest element and it needs to be frozen. So I'm plating up. I'm really happy. I think that I've balanced the flavours enough. I feel like I've got enough salt and it's not overly sweet.
It's time to plate, and I figure putting it in a glass is going to be the best. This way I can layer it and I can get away with a couple little mistakes. I'm already cutting it really close and I can't afford any more disasters. First into the glass is the chocolate crumb, and then I pipe in what was the soft chocolate, now it's more of a chocolate mousse, over the top. Then I pipe the beetroot meringue in, and as soon as I do, I realise it's split. Worst nightmare.
Jamie, Tracy, you're both up against it.
Do another plate, Jamie, and just get rid of it.
30 seconds.
Oh my God.
I've got to start again. Get another glass, same process, leave the beetroot meringue out. Crumb on the bottom, mousse, fresh berries onto the top of that.
Who's going to get the power? Well, we'll find out in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Cools down.
I've gone from dish of the competition to something that is embarrassing and I'm completely ashamed of. I need a moment to center myself and not let this turn into even more of an embarrassment.
It's not embarrassing. Embarrassing is you not putting a dessert up. So you put a dessert up, all right? On the flip side of it, I'm glad you're kicking yourself. But stand tall, you put up your dish, stand by it. It's the best you've done in that hour. You hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so get out there and stand next to your dish and head up high. Yeah? Come on.
So here we are, 1 hour to cook us a dish. And basically our little finale to decide who gets the power apron. Is it going to be Jamie or Tracy? Your dishes will make that decision for us. First dish we'd like to taste belongs to Jamie.
Jamie, there's a lot on the line here, so I think we'll reserve our comments until we've tasted Tracy's dish. Thank you very much. Can I ask you one question? Is there any of those 5 elements on the plate that doesn't contain sugar?
No.
It was a big day today, especially for the two of you, because you've cooked an entree, main and dessert, and there's no wonder you're a little bit emotional. You're probably completely physically exhausted. But we've never had the kind of power that we're about to hand to someone on MasterChef. If you win that power apron, then you get to choose what the other contestants will be cooking or how they will be cooking, and sometimes even who will be cooking. Think about that.
Jamie, you got something up. Chocolate, cream, berries. It's a proven combination. But that mousse was sloppy, that crumb was chewy. Tracy, you brought us a dish that we had to ask, is this too sweet? Sugar in every element. The essence of a great dessert, it's about controlling sugar. And that's what you managed to do. With the bitterness of your mousse, with the saltiness of your caramel, with the restraint of the sugar in your crumb, every single element balanced against each other. It was amazing cooking, and I think it took more control than we've shown for a long time, not to just dive back in and go again and go again and go again and go again. That was magnificent, Tracy. Your dishes, your dreams, all on 3 plates. Congratulations, the apron is yours.
My heart has gone from completely slumped down to back up high. I'm going to enjoy wearing that. Everybody else has worked really hard, but I'm just glad that I consistently put up great dishes today and that I get to wear that apron.
Let's go, guys. Well done. Sarah, you're first. Come round here. Guys, pop your baskets on this bench here. Just grab 4 really nice apples from there and pop the other apples on there, and we can give those to the guys a little bit later on. Great, fantastic. Welcome to Staples Apple Orchard in Main Ridge. These gala apples are really versatile. They're great in salads, they're great as an eating apple, but they're going to be the hero of my tarte tatin I'm going to make for you today. First job we need to do, Sarah, perhaps if you can do this, is we need to peel, core, and quarter 4 apples. Cool. If I can get you, Sam, to take the butter. Now, I want you to push it into our tatin tin. And I just want you to sort of use your fingers and just push it down. I've got some puff pastry here. We didn't have enough time to make it here today, but on the MasterChef website, there's my recipe for puff pastry, so anyone can go and check that. And we're just gonna roll it out for this tart. Now, whenever you're rolling out pastry, make sure you get a nice little bit of flour onto your board, stop it sticking, and we kind of just twist the pastry as we roll it. This ensures that the pastry rises nice and evenly. And we're going to get the most amazing crisp and shine on this puff pastry with this technique that I'm going to show you. How are you getting on with the apples?
Oh, good.
All good?
Got it.
Right, just going to assemble this tart. We've got the butter in the bottom of the pan. Just going to cover that butter with the caster sugar. And this is kind of like a one-pot dish. It's really good. I'm going to put a pinch of salt, because we know caramel and salt go really well. I've also got a pinch of Chinese 5-spice, just to liven it up a bit. And that vanilla pod, don't even have to scrape. So we're just gonna cross them over like that. So I'm gonna start to assemble these apple pieces in here. And I'm just gonna stud a couple of the apples with a few cloves. We don't have to do every single apple, and this is just gonna help perfume this dish a little bit more. I'm just gonna get the puff pastry over the top, and what we're gonna do is kind of tuck the corners of that puff pastry under a few of those apples, and we're gonna crisp up and caramelize the puff pastry as we're cooking the apples on the stove. I'm just gonna put a little cut in the pastry there, and that's, as we're cooking, steam is gonna come up. It's just gonna allow an even cook of the pastry. So we're just gonna essentially cook it on this open flame. You know, we're not doing a fine dining dish here, although the flavour is certainly, you know, 5-star for me. So we've got butter and we've got sugar, and they're cooking down together, and they're forming this, they're forming this syrup. So what we want to do now is just make sure that this tatin hasn't stuck to the bottom. So we'll just move it. It's not stuck. The syrup is nice and blonde, and I'm just basting the top of that puff pastry with a spoon. This is going to ensure that when you bring it out of the oven, the top of that is going to be beautiful golden brown. Sarah, if you want to pop around this side, just have a look here. You can see, you kind of got to judge it, but I reckon it takes about sort of 15 minutes for it to get to the stage we want, maybe a little bit more, all the while checking that it hasn't stuck. This little bit of babysitting really will just transform this classic dish into something that people have been talking about for a long time. Okay, so that's looking just about done for me. The oven is preheated to 180 degrees. And now if we just be careful, I'll open the oven and I will just place it in there. And it's as simple as that, really. Yum. See you in 20 minutes. Okay, so the tatin has been in the oven for about 20 minutes. I'm going to grab it out of the oven and we're going to turn it out, and then perhaps we can have a taste.
Yeah, please.
Right. Well, it's looking good. Yeah, look at that, smell that. And all of that caramel is now
evaporated and it's gone into the actually into the fruit. So we just want to leave it to cool down just a little bit so the puff pastry starts to cool and go really crispy, because we don't want that pastry base to be sticking to the plate. And another reason we leave it for a couple of minutes is just because it's so hot, and when you're twisting it over, you don't want any excess caramel sort of dripping down your arm, because you could have a bit of a disaster.
Darren, where do you get a lot of your inspiration for your cooking?
I get my inspiration from, everyday ingredients, from past experience. I've been cooking now for 20 years. I have a sense about sort of ingredient pairing, but when you've got produce like this, it's not hard to come up with an amazing dish. Right, so we're gonna carefully turn this one out with this dish. So hopefully it'll just sort of pop out. You want to do it in a fairly quick motion. And it smells amazing, so let's hope that it tastes.
Wow.
Wow. Look at that. I suppose the proof of the pudding is in the eating, so I suggest we give it a go.
Caramel.
Oh, wow. It's amazing how caramelized the pastry is on the outside. And
Yeah.
you taste that really crispy caramel with the pastry. It tastes really nice together.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? You can do this at home. It just tastes absolutely unbelievable.
Hi.
Everyone's very cool today. All the denim jackets.
We didn't even send a memo.
Now today I want to introduce you to a very close friend of mine. With a huge, huge cult following, this tiny bakery has already become a Melbourne institution. Please say hello and welcome owner and pastry chef at Beatrix Bakes, Natalie Paul.
Thank you so much. That was so nice. I'm really chuffed.
Nat, tell us about Beatrix Bakes and how it started.
It started because I thought that I was at the end of my career. So I tried a lot of ways to make myself fit into pastry chefing, but nothing really worked and I just felt tired and really burnt out. Had a break for a couple of years and then I found this corner shop just around the corner from where I live and I went, you know what, I'm just going to give it one last roll of the dice. And I did it, and that was 11 or so years ago. I try not to keep count. It has all my purpose and all my joy in that shop.
I mean, every single time you go there, the line goes out the door, around the corner.
We've been so blessed that we've been so busy. I used to make like 1 or 2 cakes a day. Now we're up to about 40 or 50 cakes a day and then 800 pieces of cake a day.
Wow. What are we making today?
We're going to make a carrot cake, but not as we normally know it. So what I've thought is if a cake brings joy, if we put 2 cakes together, can they bring double the joy?
Well, obviously.
So we're going to bake a cheesecake layer and we're going to put it inside the carrot cake. Yes.
Okay, so where do we start?
We're going to start with our cheesecake layer because we're going to get that in the oven and cook that in a bain-marie. So first things first, I've set the oven to 120. So nice and low and slow for your cheesecake baking. And now I'm going to assemble the ingredients. So I've got 70 grams of caster sugar, 1 gram of salt, 250 grams of full-fat cream cheese. Never go half fat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I'm just going to turn that on low because I want it to be like a really dense and creamy mixture. I don't want to get any air in it because when it starts to bake, if that air starts to activate, it'll puff. Beautiful. Great. Then I'm just going to pop my egg in. And gorgeous. I'm going to get my tin ready. Nice little spray of canola spray. And then lining
So it's really the only time butter is not a good idea.
Exactly. I use my canola spray as a bit of glue.
Yep.
So that's my preference. So now that's nice and smooth. We're going to add 150 grams of sour cream. And I'm going to add the vanilla.
So 1 bean thoroughly scraped.
20 grams of the lemon because I like things a little bit tangy.
Yeah.
And when you think about that, they'll end up in between 2 layers of cake. That little extra tang is going to be a nice counterpoint. Beautiful.
That's
just beautiful.
Come on. The gloss on that is insane. So next up,
Into the tin. And then we just scrape it in. Offset spatulas, I refer to these as important to baking like air and underpants. You cannot live without them.
Noted. Noted.
So you just get into deep areas.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, so
we're going to put this into our water bathy tray.
all right,
Great.
so paper towel
Paper
underneath
towel.
to stop it from...
Stop it from moving around.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we put our hot water in. And I'm just going to do to the first knuckle. Beautiful. Put this in the oven now. That goes for about 30 to 40 minutes. It just needs to lose its complete wobble. Because we're taking it that extra step further to make it a layer, I don't want it to have that classic cheesecake wobble. And now we're going to start our carrot cake layers.
Awesome. Okay, where do we start?
Getting our foam on. So we get another mixer bowl. If you're lucky to have 2 bowls at home, good on you. I don't, I have 1, so I have to clean it out between each mix.
I think you could probably spring for a second bowl.
I like to feel the pain of the home baker when I'm writing recipes at home. And then I'm going to pop my foam on to mix. I like to get it really active, 10 minutes.
So while that's mixing, what can we do?
I'm going to get my nuts and carrots ready. Just going to weigh this out. Did we hit 240?
Great.
Great.
We're so grateful you're here.
Oh. So we're going to chop the hazelnuts. So they're like deeply, deeply toasted because I get a really deep flavour. And then straight into your bowl. So we've got a nice creamy and stable looking foam. Ooh. I've used a hazelnut oil, which is very luxe. Thank you, MasterChef budget. And just stream it in. These are my dry ingredients. Plain flour, baking powder, bicarb, freshly ground cinnamon. I'm going to give this a little swizzle. And then we're going to start putting it together. I'm going to show you my wacky folding technique that I know works a dream. And it's spinning the bowl and turning the whisk. And then I just give it a really nice fold. And that's all come together beautifully. I'm going to sift over my dry ingredients. You can feel it when it's starting to get a little bit taut. So that flour's like sucking up all that moisture and going, yeah, we're making a structure, guys. Let's go. Let's do this.
I mean, look at that. I'd eat that just as is. Okay, let's fill, because I need cake immediately.
So filling.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Yeah.
Okay, temperature?
170. And for 35 to 45 minutes. We're going to crack on with the cream cheese frosting.
Fantastic.
You know when you bake cake, sometimes there's cracks in the middle, like domes up?
I was just about to tell. I was about
Like
to
you
say
said,
it.
oh, sorry.
No, this is exciting.
this is
No,
great.
I'm so glad I get to talk about this. It's usually oven temperature.
Ah.
So what happens is, usually most cake recipes will say like a fairly hot oven, like 180 degrees Celsius. And what happens is the cake will like pop up in the center and get those cracks on it because the heat's just really forced into it. But if you lower your temperature, you get this layer that bakes nice and flat and you lose all those cracks on top.
Yeah.
And that's how you avoid that cracking. Beautiful.
See you guys later.
Hey. Come back here.
Okay, so what's next?
So we've made our frosting and we'll move on to the assembly.
Wonderful.
That beautiful toasted colour, so perfect, no cracks. So we're just going to flip these out. Hey presto, paper comes off. Got my cheesecake layer here as well, so it's set really nicely.
Look at her.
Wow, that looks great.
Assembly.
I would be terrified to just trim and you just go straight in there. Any tips on trimming cake?
So, just coming in, a couple of millimetres in from the side of the cake, holding it against our hand and just shaving that little bit of crust off, just like that. I'm putting some of my frosting on just to anchor the cheesecake. Great. So now I'm going to turn this out. Just give it a little warm up. Nice little tap. There she is.
If only every single time we intended to turn something out, it was that easy.
Right. And then we're just going to pop this on and then smooth it out. I'm going to use a little bit more frosting and then I'm just going to flip my cake and position it. And now this little gnarly overhang, bring it in and up the side and then smooth it out. Fill in the gaps. You're kind of like a plasterer at this stage. And I've got a nice blob to put on the top and push her out. 45-degree angle, and we get this nice little lip around the outside, which we're going to accentuate by doing a little bit of texture on the top. I like what's inside to be reflected on top. So there we have our toasted hazelnut and carrot cake with a cheesecake layer.
Oh, wow. Okay, the moment of truth. Can we please cut into it?
Yes.
While you're doing that, I think Julie and Billy.
How big a slice would you like? Does that
nothing
look about
stingy. Yeah, that's great. That's beautiful. Oh my God, look at the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Oh my God. It's delicious. I really actually like the hazelnut. It's quite light without being too spongy as well.
The tang in that is perfect.
Yeah.
So there's something about it that's nostalgic. Yeah.
It's heaven. So good.
My pleasure.
God.
I understand if you can't finish the whole piece. I do cut big
there
slices.
will be no trouble with that. I will just take it back over here.
And eat it in front of us.
Yes.
It's great.
That's my plan, Alvin.